Our next guest says progressives never let a good crisis go to waste. Joining us now is Power the Future CEO Daniel Turner. Daniel, so great to have you on this morning. So it is ironic because it is wildfire management or the poor management of it. And yet they're the ones that caused the poor management and their policies. And now they want to blame it on climate change.
Yeah, it's really interesting because they're trying to pretend that what happened in these terrible fires in Canada and also what we've seen in fires in California, that this is the result of human action. And actually, it's the opposite. It's the result of human inaction. Nature is brutal. And if you leave forests unattended, they will eventually catch on fire and burn. And so the reason why, and here's the best example, compared to the great state of Texas. Texas is warmer, Texas is drier, and yet Texas doesn't have these fires. And the reason why is because the land in Texas is privately held. And so if you allow people to manage forests, manage the land, these disasters don't happen. So the climate activists are totally at fault here.
Yeah, well, the Biden administration is doubling down on all their Green New Deal and climate change policies. Here is Karine Jean-Pierre on why it's a priority for the White House.
This is why the president has made climate change a priority. This is why he's taken the aggressive actions that he's taken, historic actions, and he's certainly going to continue to stay focused on how we move forward in dealing with climate change. But again, I'm not an expert, but clearly, as we have seen over the last couple of decades, climate change has been a real problem. It is the science that shows us that.
She says she's not an expert and that it's just the science, but they've pretty much, they say, well, we have scientific consensus. But it's easy to get scientific consensus when you silence or literally throw out of the scientific field anyone who disagrees with your ideas or your theory or hypothesis on climate change.
Yeah, and this is a page right out of the COVID playbook, right?
Yeah,
when we had
exactly.
a lot of experts who were making huge policy decisions. And it's why they say never let a crisis go to waste, whether it's something as tragic as a shooting or these fires that we saw last week or the whole COVID crisis. If there's an opportunity to take your freedoms, to confiscate your property, the left will use it as such. And that's what happens when non-experts like this administration get power because they use it to their advantage.
Yeah. Experts like AOC running our energy policy. I mean, you work for an organization that advocates for energy jobs. Really quickly, tell us why you think fossil fuels, American energy is the way we should go and how it impacts American jobs.
Well, when we use fossil fuels to the fullest, we manage our forests, we manage our electric grid, we create jobs and prosperity for the American people. This administration has been attacking fossil fuels for 2 years, and look at the state of our economy, the state of our inflation, the state of world peace, where we've made Putin richer, we've made the Saudis richer. So fossil fuels are the solution.
Yeah, it also will help with world hunger. There are a lot of foreign countries, third world countries that would appreciate more fossil fuel and less of the bad advice from the green crowd. Daniel, so great to have you on. Thanks for joining us on this Sunday morning.
Good morning. Thank you.
You got it.